friends, MD Vegan with a new juice recipe. I love my juice recipes. To me that is the easiest way, the entrance into learning to make new recipes. Because a new recipe, to me, is all about the ingredients and how they play together. I always find new ways how the ingredients can play together nicely to make it delicious and healthy. Drinks, food, and everything what I can cook, prepare. And the juices are so nice because you have the ingredients. Today it's a beet juice. Yeah? I love beet juices. They have the most amazing flavors. You won't believe that first. If you don't know the beet, it tastes a little bit dirty, but it's a strong earth flavor and it's full of sugars hidden inside. And if you put some fruit to it, like sweet and sour fruit especially, all the flavors come out all of a sudden. In a way I never experienced with any other ingredient. Beet is really unique. And it is a strong ingredient. It has a color that beats all the other colors. We put a beet into anything, it's red, always. Whatever you put in there. Different shades of red, but always dark red. So that amazing flavor. I will make a book one day, I guess, about beet recipes, beet flavors. Yeah, because it's really the most amazing one. But first I make my book with an overview of all my recipes from the YouTube channel, from MD Vegan, the last 8 years or 9 already, almost. That comes first, and then I plan to make books like for only with beet or something like that, or cakes or whatever. We'll see. I have some ideas already, but that doesn't matter now. So the beet juice is here, and the beet, if I put an ingredient first to make a new flavor in a recipe, in a juice, I can feel the ingredient, most directly. Yeah? The only thing I do is juice it, reduce the fiber, that what I cannot digest anyway. The fiber, I leave it out, and the nutrients go directly into the bloodstream without digestion. So it's the most immediate approach to an ingredient is juicing. It's not the healthiest one. Of course, when you have a regular diet, a whole food plant-based diet, it's important to use everything from an ingredient, if possible. What's edible and what's nice, of course. Orange peel you would usually not eat, of course, yeah? But you know what I mean. Whole food is what is edible, and that should be contained in the food. Then it's healthy. It's the healthiest food. Plants, wholesome, that's the healthiest food, baseline, yeah? And juicing is taking away the fiber that is super healthy for the intestines. Intestines are firmly connected to our immune system. That's why the fiber is so important. And the fiber moderates the intake of nutrients. The nutrients can flush into the bloodstream that could cause problems in the juice. So I have to drink the juice slowly, sip by sip, not to make it too fast for the blood and the insulin and all these things. And fiber is usually doing that in the perfect way. It moderates the nutrient intake and keeps the bacteria active, feeds bacteria in the intestines. That's very important. The bacteria, they are very important. The gut flora, it's called. They are important. And so juicing is so direct. We get the nutrients only without the digestion, and we are more sensitive to, because all the energy from the food we take in goes into the blood, into the organism, for us to cleanse ourselves from inside, to self-reflect, to meditate and to ask, who am I? Why am I doing something? What's on my mind? Decluttering the mind, these kind of things, mental and physical. And then also being creative. Everything is clean and purified. I can be creative. Intuition flows. That's fasting to me. It's a very nice thing. And creating is also nice with the juice recipes. As I said, it's a direct approach to the ingredients. And so I can learn how they play together, the ingredients together. And that's cooking, basically bringing ingredients together, let them play in a nice way for our health and for our pleasure, for our delight. So today I make a beet juice that is with oranges. Here I have a lot of oranges today, 2 cups of pieces, no, 4 cups, 4 cups. Here's a lot of orange here. Yeah. And that makes the beet juice delicious. Yeah. I said you can put many different fruits to the beet to get out that beautiful flavor, these different kinds of flavors. Orange is one of the plants that can add a fruit, add to the beet, that keeps the earth flavor. Yeah. Mango, for example, I don't do mango today, but mango, for example, would create a totally new flavor. That is an amazing flavor, the mango beet flavor. Nothing beats that. That's super amazing. Yeah, it's a special flavor, but it doesn't taste like beet anymore. But when you put orange to beet, you still taste the beet. Orange doesn't change the earth flavor. It just makes it delicious. Yeah, it's delicious in earth flavor. It's very earthy. Yeah, it's nice. I like it. Many people like orange beet juice. So that is the first part, orange beet. Yeah, a lot of oranges. And I have also another earth flavor, the carrot. I have a large amount of carrots here. That is to fortify, to intensify the earth character. And as opposed to beets or carrots are very pleasant when they juice. When you juice a carrot by itself, it's a nice carrot. You have wonderful carrot juice. You don't need anything to it. But when you add an orange to the carrot, it's also very nice. Can be very pleasant. It's a wonderful match. So I use here the carrot to enrich the beet flavor, yeah, and to give it a little bit more earth character in a pleasant way. So beet and carrot, beet and carrot juice with oranges, that's the main part, yeah, the base, so to say. And now I begin to model, to refine that flavor. Yeah, these are strong, pleasant earth flavor with the orange and the beet and the carrot. I refine that with other ingredients. And I have mainly two ingredients that to forge that flavor, to transform it, to give it a shape, a new character. And these greens here are celery. I have 3 celery sticks here, see, and a bunch of parsley. Parsley and celery are greens. They are the healthiest foods we have. Parsley is even a green herb. That's extra healthy. It cleanses the body from heavy metals, has a sour green flavor, a little bit peppery, yeah, the parsley. It's a very strong flavor and a very strong cleansing effect. You can even go so far and overuse it. If you drink too many parsley juices, you can feel bad because it cleanses so strongly. But the bunches doesn't matter really. You have to do it over and over and over. Yeah, or the one bunch parsley doesn't matter. But that I'm just saying that how strong this cleansing from the parsley is. It's a very good cleanser. And the celery does a completely different thing. Celery is more for the flavor. It's also very healthy, of course, but the flavor turns into something a little bit smoky. It gives it a smoky, a little coarse tone, like a wooden tone to the whole flavor. So I have a very interesting earth flavor here, very intense with strong and pleasant with beet and carrot and orange. And I give it a little smoky wooden tone with celery. Celery is a wonderful seasoning, and it's a little bit salty. Yeah, there's something in the celery makes it a little bit salt. You can even dry a celery stalks and dry it in a food dryer or in an oven, and then you ground it, and then you have grind it, and then you have celery salt. Just the celery you can use instead of salt, because that was potassium is a little bit of salty flavor, and that's very nice for some people. Also use it. I like to use it in recipes. But it is also this smoky wooden tone I want to have here. So with the green from the parsley, the sour green peppery flavor, the strong flavor, with a little bit make it a little bit warmer with the earth wooden tones from the celery, and with that I shape, I characterize, I refine a little bit these pleasant, strong earth tones from the beet and the carrot with the orange. And in the end, finally, I underline all of the flavors. I make it all a little bit stronger with a half lemon, or maybe a small lemon, and a nice piece of ginger, 2 inches or so, not too much, just to give it a little bit of tinge. Yeah. And lemon and ginger I oftentimes use in juices or other recipes, in creams and soups or whatever, just to give it a little bit more flavor. The original flavors are not basically changed. Yeah, the original flavors I described before. Yeah, the wooden tone, yeah, with a little bit of green tinge, yeah, of this pleasant, strong earth tone, the orange and the beet and the carrot. That's the basic flavor. And the lemon and the ginger just enhances everything. It does not give it a new direction. Yeah, if you know what I mean. So we'll try that now, and then maybe I will use some of the lemon peel. I don't know if that works. I will try a little bit. I'll see. I'll decide that while I juice. I have a little taste in between, and then I come back and show you my juice, and I taste it in front of you, and I tell you how I feel about it. So in a moment I come back. Hey, 1 liter beet juice with carrots, oranges, celery, parsley, ginger and lemon. 7 ingredients. I always try to have to keep it a little bit track what's in it, to understand the recipe, how it's built. Yeah? The basic elements, the beet here orange, carrot for the beet a little bit more earthy, and then adding to shape this flavor with the greens, yeah, with the parsley and the celery. So I have a little bit on my mind, an overview, in one image, what's in it. And that is easy with numbers. If I have these numbers, take 3 method. It may sound a little bit strange, or why does it do that? Numbers, what's the purpose? Counting ingredients, what's the purpose? But that is, with numbers, I can put it into small groups, like 3, 3, 3, and so, the parts of the recipe, to understand, to have an overview, because you cannot have 12 ingredients on your mind, all of us, all at the same, in one thought, yeah, without making a group, in little groups. That's easier. It's easier for the mind to order a little bit. That's what numbers do, and that's why my method has this number, the take 3 number. It's the simple number, the easiest number, the smallest number for the first, let's say, more complex flavor. If you say a flavor gets complex when you put more ingredients to it, a recipe gets more and more complex with more and more ingredients. The definition of complexity, more and more parts. Then you can count 1 ingredient, a recipe with 1 ingredient, recipe with 2 ingredients, with 3 ingredients, and so on. And if you count these ingredient numbers and look at the numbers, what happens? Yeah? And you see, with 2 ingredients, you still come up with a complexity that is pretty low. You can measure the complexity when you say how many combinations are possible with 2 ingredients, and it's exactly 2. The mathematical operation is 1.1 times 2, it's called faculty 2. 1 times 2 is 2. That says the number of possible combinations. And faculty 3 for 3 ingredients is 1 times 2 times 3 is 6. So the jump from 2 to 6 is a leap. There's 6 combinations, 6 possible combinations is a lot bigger, a lot larger number, and you cannot imagine that easily. You can analyze that flavor with 6. 6 possible, combinations of ingredients. Combinations would mean, for example, I have a different combination with the same ingredient. Yeah, I have 3 ingredients. Yeah, let's say carrot, orange, and beet. 3 ingredients. What would that mean? Different combinations. To exemplify, to illustrate that, what a different combination would mean is very simple. They say, I have the most oranges, 6 oranges or so. Then I have another combination if I have only 1 orange and 6 carrots instead of 3 carrots and 6 oranges. That's a different combination. So the number of ingredients, the measurements, here the measurements come into play. You have different measurements for different combinations. And with 6 different combinations, you have 6 different measurements between these ingredients. Basically what's more and what's less. Of course you can always refine how much more, how much less, but then it gets only more sophisticated to determine. Basically you have 6 different combinations, possible combinations, and that's a big difference to 2 only. With 2 ingredients you can easily imagine what kind of flavor that would be. And there's nothing new, no surprise. Maybe a little bit, but maybe not. But with 6 possible combinations with 3 ingredients, you have a difficult job if you want to estimate all the possible combinations. So for a chef, the 3, I would say, is the beginning where it becomes interesting. It gets interesting with a new recipe. With 3 ingredients, you really have a different story than with 2. And it doesn't have to be necessarily also only ingredients. You can also have different ways to use one ingredient. I have recipes where I used one and the same ingredient and counted 2. Because, for example, a banana, I can mash a banana or I can cut the banana into pieces. I have one and the same ingredient in 2 different ways. I can count that as 2 if I want to. Always depends on what I want. So just to give you a short explanation of why I use the take 3 method, just to have it a little bit more organized in my mind. I want to create something. Order is the key element. To make order in the mind, have a clear mind. That's a perfect way to get an intuition, clarity of mind. That's the key for intuition. So, but that is goes far ahead of what I'm going to do here. I have this wonderful flavor. I didn't even taste it so far. I just explained everything here. Bear with me if you want. I will taste it now. So, I see the color, beautiful. That's always, beet colors are always beautiful. This ruby red, this wonderful, or not ruby red. No, that's different. It's a, maybe I don't know the name of that color, but it's a beautiful dark, radiant red. And the texture is nice. It's not too runny. It's a little bit creamy, just a little bit. I will show you in a moment when I pour it into a glass. And now the flavor. That's of course most important. The juice has to be tasty. It has to be delightful. So let's see the flavor. Oh yeah. That's very nice. A little bit sour is in there, on the parsley, on the lemon. But of course also a very strong background from these earth flavors. The earth tones are fully there. It's a fully earth flavor. As I knew, because orange does not change that. It makes just the beet flavor pleasant. So a wonderful flavor. This timber, this wooden tone, this a little bit smoky tone from the celery also there. So very nice. I'm very happy, and of course it's a very nutritious, healthy juice. It's gives me a lot of energy. Beet juices are nice because they have a lot of energy for performance. If you drink beet juices, then 2 hours ahead of training, I would say, workout, if you eat the beet, but if you have a juice, maybe it's even faster. But of course, eating beet is better for performance, but beet juices anyway, gives a better performance. After 2 hours, the science says, you're going to work out, you have more endurance if you have beet before. So beet is very powerful. I like to use on a fasting day to energize myself. It's good to have more energy on a fasting day. It gives me a lot of power to do anything I want. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my videos, subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day, and find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. And if you have a special interest in fasting, this video I make not only for fasting video, it is a juice recipe. I explained a little bit, try to explain why juicing is, I like it as a chef to use the juicing as an easy entrance into making new recipes and creating new flavors with the ingredients playing together. So if you are interested in fasting especially, you can also go to Facebook, Tree Yoga Moon Fasting. That is a Facebook page where I post a new juice recipe every week, on every fasting day. There's a fasting calendar. The best fasting days are there, and you can enjoy that too if you like. Thanks for watching again. I hope to see you soon.